How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's your boy JYG. We're a little late tonight. Slim is out tonight. And so I'm gonna step in and do a show for you guys tonight. So if you don't already know what we're gonna talk about, we're gonna talk about the DOGE and DJ Akademiks debates. Now, both of these things are worth talking about. But before we get started, I just want to let you know that the thoughts and views we're about to discuss are just that, thoughts and views. Some things that can be sustained, we will sustain. We've been getting all our information from the same sources that you've been getting, but we have a couple of other things and spins that we want to put on it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. And for the sake of you guys normally coming in to watch Slim, let's go ahead and play the intro for her show. But tonight is going to be the I'm Just Saying podcast. But let's get into it.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before the noon. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed. So outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow.
And we are back. And like I said already, we are not going to be doing Slim's show tonight. You're going to be rocking with me tonight. And we're going to be talking about the DOGE and DJ Akademiks debate. So I'm excited about this. If you weren't locked in with us last night, then you don't know what we're talking about. But we got a little bit into the DOGE conversation and not talking about the cryptocurrency. We're actually talking about the government efficiency. So got a couple of things we're going to cover tonight on that. We are going to cover the actual roster that we have so far of people who actually are part of it. In addition to that, we're also going to cover some things that they are going to allegedly do. One big thing in particular. So it's going to be fun on that end because we're going to get into some conversations on both sides. Also, we're going to be talking about DJ Akademiks. We're going to be talking about what exactly went wrong. All right? What went right, what went wrong, all indifferent. So we're going to have a good show tonight. I'm just going to finish pulling up the last little bit of everything that we got going on, but feel free. This is a chat participation situation as well. So if you got for me and you want to say, hey, you didn't get this part, didn't get that part, what do you feel about this? Let me know. And we're going to get into it. So let me pull up the last few little things we got to pull up. And then we're going to pull that last one up there. Hope you all had a good day today. Hope you all stayed warm. We're in Houston right now, so it is unrealistically cold. So, maybe Scorpio in the building. How you doing? Says, hey Jeremy, how's your day? It was a day. It was cold, but it was okay. It was okay. It wasn't as cold as yesterday. Hopefully the weather will continue to improve, but you know, it is what it's gonna be. But thank you for rocking with me. I know you can slim tonight. I'm gonna do my best to entertain you. How was your day? Just let me know. But we're gonna keep it moving. Also, guys, let me know if this music is too loud, because I mean, I don't have anybody to be like, oh, that's too loud or not. So, but we got Baby Scorpio in the building. She can be our residential moderator for the night. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the topics. So before we do that, let's change the music up a little bit. Let's see, what can we do? Let's do, because when you come over here for Slim Show, you normally come for some smooth situations. But I don't really like that. Let's do, we normally play that for Slim. I think I can get away with this one. We're gonna rock this one tonight. Okay, let me know that or not. Okay, so let's see. The first thing we're gonna be talking about tonight is that guy right there. Let me go ahead and get myself down. This guy right here, Elon Musk. Not just Elon Musk, but we're gonna get into the whole DOGE initiative, the whole 9 yards, what they're doing, what they're not doing, and potential things that they do want to do. So, in case you know, last night, DOGE is getting active out here in these streets, man. So we are going to dive into it, and I hope you get ready, because me personally, something that they finna get ready to do, I'm going to love. Not even gonna lie to you, I'm going to love it. Baby Scorpio said it was amazing. Good to hear that. A little cold, but made it through. That's good to hear. I think we all in the same boat on that. So the Ken Assassin in the building. What's up, man? Said no, Slim. No, not tonight. Slim is off. She's taking the night off. All right. And volume is fine. Thank you. All right. So let's get into it. First things first. Let's just go ahead and talk about really quickly. Let's go ahead and get it out the way. DOGE is planning on giving y'all some money. I said DOGE is planning on giving y'all some money back. Yes, they are. They plan on giving y'all some money back, because they said, hey, look, we finna find so much extra money that we are going to be able to give y'all some money. That's amazing. 100% amazing. I'm going to try to pull you up something for that, but I want to explain it to you. We'll find something that can match it as well. But the Trump administration has proposed distributing $5,000, those quote unquote, to American taxpayers. And this is an initiative that aims to provide financial relief by reallocating federal savings back to the taxpaying households. The proposal has debates about its political impact on inflation. So they're wondering, where you going to get this money from? And those, like, you going to get it from where y'all been wasting it. No more pillow committees. No more counting cone committees. No more just being on the clock to be on the clock. We're finna get rid of all that. And we're going to give it back to the people. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be cool. All right. Now, another thing that we can look forward to for them is, there we go. All right. Another thing we can look forward to them is funding and operations. So DOGE has received a significant cash infusion, and its budget is now about $40 million. However, there has been some concerns about the transparency and the legality of its operations, which we're going to get into. First off, for some odd reason, it is extremely hard to find out who actually is working for DOGE. And I'm not talking about the cryptocurrency. It took a long time to try to figure out who is actually working with Paycheck for DOGE. And would it surprise you to know that actually Elon Musk is not an actual committee member? He does not hold a chair. Now, you might be like, well, why is that such a big deal? Well, to some it is and to some it isn't. But to all, it says that he is a third party entity. So that means it's money to be got, which is great. It's great for people who believe in his initiative and believe that hard work should be paid. On the flip side, some people might find this as enrichment to yourself. And when I mean enrichment to yourself, I mean directly back into his pockets. All right. And then the last thing is going to be legal and political challenges. So right now, Doge is facing legal challenges and criticism from various people. And some of the experts are saying that Doge's actions may not be legally authorized. And there have been some call for greater transparency in its operations. So now they're saying, oh, the people who's supposed to make sure that everything's going well, they need a watch. Who watches the watchers? You know? So that's wild. All right. So the cat assassin said, hold on, he doesn't hold quote unquote a chair, but he has massive influence. Correct. But the smart thing is the fact of how he's doing it. You couldn't have told me that he wasn't like that of that committee. And he could be in a chair if he wanted to, but that's the thing. That's the beauty of this guy. He's smart. He's smart. And he's like, hey, I'm finna do this in a way to where I can get stuff done. I'm gonna be tied up in no tape, nothing like that. But at the same time, he's like, I'm finna make this money, man. Gotta make this money. So I ain't not mad at him. Mad at him at all. And then it says it gives him an out if work come to work. Facts. I'm just saying, man. I don't know if y'all remember me saying yesterday on the way out, but I stand behind this 100%. That he is the one that makes things profitable. He might not necessarily be the person that comes up with the idea, but he will make it profitable. That's what he did with the last couple of businesses that he's been in. Now, has all his businesses did well? No. Nobody hit 1,000. But the ones that did hit, rumor has it that Tesla might be making the military vehicles. Allegedly. But anyway, let's get into my journalism bag. So, what I did try to find for you guys was who is actually working alongside Elon Musk and the Trump administration, the DOGE. So let's see what we got right here. Let's put it right there. Let's go here. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so they call it the Elon Musk Demolition Crew. And shout out to ProPublica, because this was the most concise list that I could find. All right, so let's get into it. So we're going to clearly just go over the people who are working with them. But before we get into that, we just want to let you know that Musk himself has made no secret of his intention, saying that Doge is a wood chipper for the bureaucracy. You finna get to work, finna knock him out. But he is also planning on deleting agencies. He's trying to get them out of there, man. So he made his intentions very clear from the get-go. Let me make that a little bigger for your eyes. There you go. That way we can all read together. All right. So the White House spokesman also wrote that those leading this mission with Elon Musk are doing so in full compliance with the federal law, appropriate security clearances, and as employees of the relevant agencies, not as outside advisors or entities. Keep in mind, that's what he's doing for the people that's working up under him, because they have to have a lot of legitimacy with that. But none of the people identified responded to a request for comment. So just letting you know, the people that we're about to go over, they have not responded to any request or comment. And let's be honest, the reason why is because y'all crazy. Y'all are crazy. People who are for and against. So they need some plausible deniability. Some of these people like, let me delete my ex, let me delete my Facebook, let me go ahead and get off the face of the planet because I don't want anybody to be able to reach out to me, hurt me or mine, or just be wanting to fan out and get an autograph. So the first person that we got is Stephen. And we're not going to go through all of them tonight because there's a lot of them. But we are going to go over the majority of them. All right. So as they said on Jurassic Park, hold on to your butt. We finna get into it. So we got Mr. Stephen, and he's connected to the Office of Personal Management from SpaceX. So he's going to be working as well. Feel free to read it if you like, but we're just going to skim over it. But it appears that he has worked in the same HR division as one of the senior advisors for DOGE, which is going to be Brian. And he is a part of a group of at least 4 HR experts. So they're going to be making sure that everything is going the way that they should as far as people. So that's going to be cool. So the Cat in Satin says, no one knows what's about to happen. Honestly, everyone is on edge. Facts. And no one needs any bad press. But let's touch back on your other one real quick. It said no one knows what's about to happen, honestly. And everybody is on edge because they are. There are people who are saying now that they got fired incorrectly. There were some people allegedly that did get fired incorrectly. So now they got to come back to them and offer their job back. But there are a lot of people who legitimately wanted to stick around and continue to get paid to do nothing, and they up out of here, dog. There's good and bad on both sides. There's truth on both sides. There's wrong on both sides. False on wrong on, and everything else on both sides. But one thing that we do know is that they're not playing no games. They are not playing no games. You hear me? They're not playing no games at all. They say, we're going to fire you today. And if we made a mistake, we'll come back and get some more. And that might not be the most legal thing. But that's neither here nor there. Allegedly. All right. So let's keep going. We're going to go over a few more of these guys. But basically, HR guy. Then we got another one. We got another Stephen. He must like Stephen. All right. But he's going to be General Service Administration. And spouse worked at X. And is a former AI startup founder. Okay. So he's the acting administrator, and this is an expert. So acting administrator. Let's see what he did. He oversees GSA's expansive real estate portfolio, which includes more than $1 billion in federal contracts. All right. Let's see what that looked like. Stephen King, not the books. Appointed acting administrator duty of General Service Administration. Okay. All right. Yeah, sworn in on January the 20th. Okay, cool. Let's go on to Justin. He's going to be an advisor, and he's connected to the Veteran Affairs, which a lot of people are worried that he's going to cut the Department of Veteran Affairs. I'm not too worried about that. I think everything's not going to get dismantled and destroyed. I just think a lot of things are going to be streamlined, and I think some things are not going to be touched at all, whether there is some misappropriation or not, because some things we just have to leave intact. You can't just go straight tearing up everything. Some things have to stay intact for various reasons. So, but he's going to be an advisor. Let's see. And he's been provided wide access to the department's HR systems and says a person familiar with the matter. So basically, it seems like he's another HR person. Then we got Christina, Office of Personnel Management. And she worked as a senior management for human resources. So he's getting a lot of HR in the building. I know you don't think you need HR till you ain't got them. So it's cool. Got Mr. Greg here, senior advisor to the director. into the Office of Personnel Management, and recently worked for AI company Coma AI, which is backed by Must-Align venture capital firm. Okay, so he's a money man. What it sound like? Let's see. Can we see money in here? Let's see. Chief Information Officer. Yeah, anybody with information and is good at it, they're making that money. So let's see. Jeremy, not me, allegedly. But Jeremy is connected to the U.S. Agency of International Development, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and the State Department. All right, and a Howard-trained lawyer. They gonna need it. They do need some lawyers on the team, because there are some lawyers, and we're gonna play that clip tonight, that are they want their get back. All right, so they're gonna need some good ones. Soda Can Assassin said the problem is some processes are fragmented while most areas have no process at all. Correct. And restructuring is necessary. Look, restructuring is necessary regardless of where you are. It doesn't matter if you are the government or you working in a privatized place, your 9 to 5. There are some things that can be improved upon. All right. So restructuring is not a bad thing, but people don't like change. Nobody likes change. So it is what it is. But at the same time, you got to make sure that you understand it's a process that has to happen. Nobody's out to get you. It's a process that has to happen. Now, sometimes people are like, hey, well, since the axe is falling, let me go ahead and put your neck on the block. But it is what it is. Everybody's not going to get a fair shake. This is life. So the only thing you can do is make sure you got your stuff together and you're found doing what you need to do. Or you take the payout. So, let's go back to this. All right. So what else we got? A Catherine. We got a Catherine and connected to the Environmental Protection Agency again. So this is for all the people that's like, oh, they finna cut all the funding to environmental protection. No, it seems like he's getting around our team. He got a lot of HR, he got some experts, he got a lawyer, and now he has an environmental protection person. So somebody that loves trees, allegedly. So let's see. Oh, look, entrepreneurial scientists. Okay. And biotech. Okay. So this one know what they're talking about too. All right. Then we got Ms. Brian. Okay, hold on. We got a picture. Let's see what's popping. Hold on. Computer. There you go. All right. Had to wake up for a second. There you go. Good to see you, computer. All right. Let's see. Where were we? Okay. It's Brian. Office Personnel Management. Okay. Middleman manager, something like that. And then Mr. Brooks. Okay. Cool. Technology entrepreneur from Austin, Texas. Shout out to them Texans. Department of Education. So for all you guys that saying, hey, what about the Department of Education? We got a Texan in there, man. Gonna be all right. Buddy. So the guy said DOGE was never meant to be taken seriously. It was meant to be a joke. People started believing in it, and the potential was shown for it to be a serious entity. I want to agree with you on that, but I actually think that if you really pay attention to what Trump had been saying from his previous presidency, in the middle, and right now, one thing came to mind. Drain the swamp. He planned on draining the swamp. Now, he had preferred to do that with a back-to-back situation, but you know, he got to get a little help from Africa, and he gonna get that help. All right. Let's see. So the cancer now said Elon and the gang have it. Attention brought it to life, and the rest was history. That's what I'm saying. This guy is the dude that can bring your creative space into a money-making situation, or in this situation, he's making it so that it's actually becoming a real something. And I'll tell you something else too. I was having a conversation with my wife before I got on, and she kind of peeped the game already. Like, she said, well, they're going to cut a check, and Trump's name going to be on it again. And you guys are going to... Okay, yeah, gotcha. And you guys are going to be like, oh, he giving us money. Just like the last time when he cut checks and he had his name on it. And you know what I said to that? I said, great. I don't care who name is on the check. I said it again. I don't care who name is on the check as long as it's my check. Now, what you do with that check, that's what's going to be the difference. You're going to go out and buy some Nike, some Crocs. White people like to spend money too. Everybody like a nice car. Or are you going to invest in some Tesla? I know I will. So, hey, look. Whether the money is paying you to do something, or if it's just sustaining you to do something, that money's coming your way, you need to be financially responsible with it. And that is not a bad thing, guys. It's not a bad thing that the government wants to give you some money that you're owed. I believe it was 20% of whatever the finance is going to be, and they're saying that roughly that's going to be about $5,000. It's not a bad thing. So the candidate said Trump or Elon could have chosen any coin. Those got lucky. Why not? Hey, why not make the joke a big player? Because I saw you change at the end. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was a beautiful play from the get-go. Now, for somebody, I wish it had been the Shiba Inu initiative. Not gonna lie to you. I wish it was the Shiba Inu initiative. Because you heard me? All right, so you hear what I'm saying. And I'm not saying buy no Shiba Inu. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying I wish it was. But I got some Doge too. But I wish it was that other dog, that Shiba Inu. Anyway, let's get back to it. We're going to go a few more of these, and then we are going to change gears real quick. Let me change this real quick. Let's make this a little... That's better. Yeah, I'll do that. That works. All right. Let's go through a few more people, and then we are going to swap over. And I'm going to give you my viewpoints on both sides of the conversation. So I'm going to enjoy that. So let's see. We got Mr. Brooks. We already talked about him. Noah Peters, a senior advisor connected to the Office of Personnel Management, Executive Office to the President. We got us a cabinet member in the building. Peter is an attorney. Okay, that's 2 attorneys for the Heritage Foundation. Oh, well, okay, so we already got anybody that's in the Heritage Foundation gonna freak out. Oh, I told you, that was Trump's whole thing from the get-go. He wanna put them boys in. He wanna put them boys in. Just because this man has reported ties to the Heritage Foundation doesn't mean that he's in it. And if he is in it, it doesn't mean that he can push his objective across these whole other slew of people. But that's a trigger word. I know it's a trigger word for the left. I got it. I understand. Hey, look, we on both sides on this one. You hear the Heritage Foundation, you're like, the Heritage Foundation, they gonna put us back in the field. No. You're already in the field. You're working 9 to 5, bro. They can't put you where you already are. Now, could they make it a little bit worse? No. All right. Let's see. So the Cat Assassin said, you should listen to what the creators of DOGE said when they first made the code. Yeah, hey, it was supposed to be a joke. And you know what? We should cover that on Money Talk Monday. Which, by the way, I'm gonna start doing pre-records and throwing out Money Talks on Monday. So yeah, that's what I call Money Talk Monday. Anyway, so let's see. We got another turn. So we got 2 attorneys. We got a slew of HR, and we got a tree hugger so far on the team that we already done. Right. We got another Austin, another lawyer, senior advisor. That's 3 lawyers. Hey, he putting a good team together. Got a Chris Young, executive office to the president, another chamber member, a counted member. And the link is Republican political advisor hired by Musk during the 2024 election cycle. Okay. Now, why are you so special? Came to light after the union group representing workers of the shuttered CFPB noticed him in an internal staff directory. He's a former lobbyist for a pharmaceutical industry. And the staffer was a Louisiana Republican governor, Bobby. Musk reportedly hired Young in 2024 to help establish a grassroots political organization focused on voters turnout. So he's a researcher. You got to have researchers in your team. He's the guy that's gonna run the numbers. And he gonna say, "Oh, I think that's a great idea," or "We don't have the physical abilities to do this." So you need at least one of them, not too many of them. Now you won't get nothing done. And then we got Jennifer. Now we're gonna stop at Jennifer today because Jennifer is what I like to call one of those bosses. And the reason why I say this is because she was an operation coordinator at the Boring Company for 7 years, according to her LinkedIn page. But I was actually able to confirm this. She actually was there. She did work there. And she's an official member of the DOGE team, so she's not scared of y'all. She's not scared of y'all. And she's actually been Musk's assistant and is a close confidant, traveling with him and assisting with scheduling and daily tasks. What does that mean? She knows the ins and outs of the game. She's what we like to call work wifey. Work wifey finna be in the White House. And she gonna get stuff done. And I don't say that as a bad thing. I'm saying that as this woman knows what's gonna go through and what ain't. She already know what's gonna cause you problems, and she already know what's not gonna cause you problems. So anybody that's with her needs to understand that she knows what's going on. All right. So let me go ahead and give y'all. Let's stop sharing that, and I'm gonna give you my point of view on this. So let me do this. I got a new setup, y'all. I don't know if y'all noticed it or not, but I like it. I like my new setup. I got my little editing system over there, just off screen, literally just off screen. But I like my studio. If y'all like the studio setup, let me know. Let me know. We also gonna be playing chess too. We're playing some chess, but yeah. I wanted to go over some arguments that I've heard for DOGE, and then I want to go over some arguments against it. And I want you guys to let me know how you feel about this, okay? So let me go ahead and make this bigger. All right. So some of the arguments that I've heard for DOGE is that cost savings. So basically, the reason why it's created is because they want to reduce the government spending, okay? We already know that. We know that they want to reduce the spending by eliminating waste and inefficiencies. All right? And it could potentially save the taxpayers billions of dollars. And it could potentially put $5,000 in your pocket, man. They also want to do a streamlined operation, right? Another conversation that we had, that they just want to cut down the fat, okay? And by doing that, they want to reduce the redundant programs and personnel. Like if you had an administration for paper towels, you had an administration for, well, napkins could absorb paper towels. Just saying. Because a napkin could be a paper towel. Just putting it out there. All right. Now, this could lead to a faster and more responsive public service. So, in case you didn't know, the system in which to retire is extremely outdated. It's literally a hole in the ground, and they drop paper in the hole, and then it has to be processed. So it's like a shaft. They drop it down this tomb, basically. And then you wait until they say, okay, well, it's your time. All right. So, yes, that really needs to be made more streamlined. Like, I'm putting my 2-week notice, and then 2 weeks, you gone. All right. And then the last argument that we have is innovation and just being modern. Some people that Elon Musk is basically like the Tony Stark of our time. I tend to disagree on that, but I will say that he is very, very intelligent. He is a future, how they call it? A futurist. There you go. So in that aspect, in that situation of comparison, yes, he could be Tony Stark if you just want to go that route. But with Elon Musk there, DOGE is pushing for innovative solutions and modernizing government operations. All right. And this could bring fresh perspectives and technology that are going to advance the public sector. What does that mean? All right. So basically, he wants to make it so that it's simpler to get stuff done. Now, good, bad, indifferent. That's not his job. His job is not to be like, only good things are going to get done. No. His job is to make it so that the email get to where it's supposed to get. Make it so that the job, whatever the function of the job is going to be done correctly. All right. There was another place that he did that with, where he pretty much solutions and monetized it. Not monetized, but modernized it, which made it monetized. What was that called? I think it was X. Yeah, that's right. It was X. He did that with X. He took Twitter, cut the wings off, and put an X there. And he cut the company down. He shaped it down. He fired some people. So for everybody that's like, he does not have the ability to do this. You literally saw him do that in real time. Literally saw him take something. They were fussing about it then. I remember it. They were fussing about it, saying, oh my God, he's firing people. What are they going to do? They don't have their $100,000 jobs anymore. Where else are they going to work with all their degrees? And he changed it and he made it profitable. And he did it the same way he's doing this right now, because guess what he did already have? SpaceX, Tesla. And what do you think he did? Those SpaceX and Tesla people over there to run them numbers, and they're like, okay, you don't need this, you don't need this, you don't need that. So guess what he did with the aviation folk? SpaceX. And guess where he gonna fill the gaps in to figure out what's really going on? Tesla. These are power moves. I'm not mad at the man for putting money in his pocket and also making whoever worked for him very, very valuable. Just being honest. Now, here's some arguments against it, because I told you guys I'm going to be as fair as I possibly can be. So here are some. The first one that I hear is lack of oversight. So people argue that DOGE operates with little to no oversight from Congress. And that raised some concerns about accountability and transparency, which we kind of already covered a little bit. but this could lead to an unchecked power and potential misuse of authority. Oh my goodness, we've never seen that before. No, let me stop. Let's be fair. Okay, that could really happen. That could really happen. And the reason why I say this is because there's a lot of issues with this. The man's not on the board, but yet what he says goes. I can understand why it would raise some concerns about accountability. And I can understand how you might want to have somebody that he has to run things by. That he can't just pop up, like Kevin Lamar. Sometimes you got to pop up and so on. I think y'all want him to give a phone call first. I think y'all want him to give a phone call and be like, hey, next time you're in Jersey, call ahead. I think that's what you want him to do. I think you want to be American gangster kind of. But unfortunately, that ain't how this gonna work. But I can understand it. But I know one thing for certain. I don't want Congress to be the oversight. That defeats the purpose. How are we gonna put the people that made the problem in charge of the problem? That's just like taking a supervisor that didn't do nothing to make them manager. That's just like taking a manager that didn't do nothing to make them an AGM. That's just like taking an AGM. Don't worry about it. You understand what I'm saying? That's why he got a lot of HR representatives in there. People that could care less, but their job is to care. They got no dog in the fight. For DOGE, the coin. All right, so the next thing that people are really upset about is job losses. Oh my God, people are getting fired. Once I get my government job, I'm supposed to not have to pay if I'm getting fired. I'm supposed to die at this post. And then my family's supposed to get the Social Security 50 years after I die. That's supposed to be what happens. That's the American dream. But no, on a serious note, the mass firings and cuts to government programs have led to a lot of people losing their jobs. And it's not just people losing their jobs that we don't necessarily have an issue with. Some people were just doing their job and they just, it's a filing error. They got butts in with the wrong people. And that's why they're finding these people and say, hey, would you like to get your job back? So they did make some mistakes on that. We can all be honest about that, can't we? I'll be honest about that. Okay. Let's see what else. Affecting thousands of federal employees and potentially disrupting essential services. Now, that could happen. If you fire too many people in one space, it could have like this warping effect. I get it, the seesaw. But at the same time, I do see how that could be an actual issue for some. All right. But I also see it as being a potential too, potential plus, because a lot of these people are family to Congress people or people who are sworn in office and things of that nature. And these people have the ears of the giants. What are you saying, Jeremy? It's still bad. It doesn't matter who they know. My poor child, you don't know how the game is played. It's not what you know, it's who you know. It's always been who you know. You understand? So if they got their direct cell phone, but you got to call the office and talk to the front desk, it's going to take you a little longer to get your point across that I'm hungry, man. But if they other people do that, if they people call them, they kid call them, they auntie call and say, hey, we starving out here, man. Like, we ain't got no job. Guess what? A little bit of trickle down job of comments. And that is not a word, but it sounded good. Trickle down job of comments. It's going to help everybody because they're going to finally not be separated. It's going to bring it closer to home. People who are making $400,000 nothing are now going to have to experience what it's like to make $80,000 if they truly did not qualify for a job. So that's one thing. The last one that I heard as an argument against it is conflict of interest. There are concerns about potential conflict of interest about most companies that have billions of dollars in federal contracts. Remember that Tesla thing about Tesla might become the army? They might start building stuff. That could be a conflict of interest if he was actually on the board or in general. And it could lead to biased decision making and favoritism. That's weird. Where have we heard that happening already? Oh yeah, the government. It's already happening there. So it's not, that's like a loss. I mean, that's just, it neutralizes each other out. It's just that the old guard is having to deal with it. And because the old guard got to deal with it, now it's a problem. So it is what it is on that. All right. So that was fun. I hope you guys learned something from that. I hope you guys click that up, send it out. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like what you're hearing. All right. At one point, we had about 25 people in here rocking with us, and I appreciate you guys. I really do. We have a show every Wednesday at 9 o'clock called the To Be Honest podcast. We want you to come on back now. You're here. And also, in addition to that, we have a I'm Just Saying with Slim J that normally runs tonight. But because it's not running tonight, no, it's just my opinion. I'm sorry. This is the I'm Just Saying. So, but the Just My Opinion with Slim J normally runs at this time. So come on back now, you hear? Now, one other thing we finna get into, because I know we can't just keep talking about politics. Get it? It's boring to some of y'all. It's boring to some of y'all, man. Y'all don't care about none of that. Y'all don't care about none of that. I know what you care about. I know something that at least you might want to listen to. And that's this gentleman right here, Mr. DJ Akademiks. Now, Jeremy, why are we talking about this guy? Who is this guy? Who is that guy? Okay. Well, that guy, those of you who don't know who he is one of the leading voices when it comes to hip hop and hip hop lifestyles and all of that good stuff, man. Honestly speaking, this guy has done a lot. A whole lot. Any streamer worth their salt wants to stream like him. Anybody that works with social media wants to figure out how he does it. Anybody that is in the know for entertainment want to at least understand his process. He's good. I'm going to give you your flowers before I start digging at you. And I'm going to go ahead and put it out here. Allegedly. There. It's out there. But there are videos to match this. So when we chop this up, I'll throw the videos in there because we're not going to be doing all the Destiny stuff where we just typing in stuff, pulling up stuff. I'm not that good yet. Okay? So, but let's go ahead and get into this. So, what's the issue? 3 things. Like to keep it simple. The first thing is Drake and Kim Lamar debate. So he called out another person for criticizing Drake, calling him a sickness in the music industry. That was Ebro Darden. And this sparked a heated exchange between Akademiks and Ebo. And that really wasn't a big deal. That really wasn't a big deal because Ebo just ended up calling him a goofy drunk. And let's just be honest, DJ Akademiks, you are a goofy drunk. That's why we watch you. Because you say stuff that you ain't supposed to be saying. Kind of like the reason why you got banned from Twitch. Which makes it the 5th ban from the platform. Because of an incident that involved a conversation with a 15-year-old Twitch streamer, which led to grooming, accusations, and allegations. But despite the ban, DJ Akademiks addressed the controversy, and he's taking responsibility for his actions. Now, that's not true. Allegedly. I'm not pulling that video up. Y'all can pull it up if you want to, but I'm on you. I want this to get taken down, but I'm gonna say it in the nicest way possible. They were wilding out. When the 15-year-old sound like they the only person that got common sense, that's when you know it's a problem. And then I mentioned that this 15-year-old was a boy. And it was a group of men who were taunting and talking to this kid about sexual situations with another man. Which is fine, I guess, if of that lifestyle, but not to a 15-year-old. And definitely not if you claim to not be a part of that lifestyle. Now, me personally, it is a sickness. I think you should just not even bring that up, man. But like I said, goofy drunk, right? You gotta laugh at your pain. We have to do better, brothers and sisters. I'm gonna have to edit that in. Give me a Dr. Umar Johnson. We must do better. I said we must do better. All right. So another issue is he's a snitch. We already knew that. That's not a big deal. But this snitching, the adjective, it's going to be what? NFL controversy. It said, this video looks like it's from 2006. I'm glad that it looked like that because the theme of it, let me show y'all. The theme of it is this. It's the Matrix. So yeah, I'm glad I nailed it. Next week is gonna be totally different. So appreciate you, man. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like what's going on. We got a show on Wednesday and Thursday. They all have their different feels. So last thing, the NFL controversy. All right, so DJ Akademiks leaked Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance, which led to the NFL sue him. Despite the threat, he went ahead and leaked the performance anyway, claiming he did it to save the audience from a disappointing show. How many of y'all actually liked the show, the halftime show? I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually. I liked it more when I was able to actually not be hyped off the fact of wondering if he was going to call Drake a certified pedo, but allegedly. But when I was able to break it down and see how he presented it, yeah, that was great. But DJ Akademiks was snitching. And he didn't just snitch dry, like he snitched wet. He was giving out his informants. That's a no-go. So you can potentially get people fired. You about to get sued yourself. There's just a lot of things that's going on with this man. Just saying. So he did get banned. So you know how we're finna do this. We're finna go with some arguments for and against. And the first thing that I gotta say against this, and this is against, is freedom of speech. They say that because DJ Akademiks use words only, that this is infringing on his freedom of speech. And while his comments were inappropriate, there is a debate to be had to draw a line between free expression and harmful behavior. Now, me personally, I don't really. I think you should have common sense when you use free speech. They never said that it wasn't it wasn't repercussion free. There's no such thing as repercussion free speech. If you say something wild, you're liable to get your teeth knocked out. Or if you say something wild, you're liable to get sued or banned. There is freedom for speech, but there's repercussions and consequences. And it is what it is. So you gotta take it with a grain of salt. Say whatever you want to say. Nobody can stop you from saying it. But they can so enough give you an incentive not to say it again. Another people argue and say this is a teachable moment. DJ Akademiks acknowledged his mistakes and expressed a desire to learn from them. He's sorry that this is the 6th time that he's been banned, and that now he knows he shouldn't talk to 15-year-old boys like that. And that allowed him to continue on the platform Twitch, which is geared toward gamers and young children. It's going to give him an opportunity for growth and redemption. So, there it is. Now, have y'all been in the Twitch streets lately? Shout out Twitch gang in the building. We got some people watching on Twitch as well, and YouTube. You know, YouTube crew and Twitch gang. But Twitch can be a pretty dark place if you go to the right places. It can also just be a place where you will see nothing but the games that you love. I love watching people play Fallout and the surviving games. I can't do it, but you know, I like watching it. It's very soothing to me. But at the same time, you can mess around and fall into an OnlyFans trap too. So gotta be more careful. And then one last thing that they say there's gonna be an argument against it is the impact on his career. And a ban from Twitch can significantly impact DJ Akademiks' career and livelihood. Some may even argue that a temporary suspension or other forms of disciplinary action could be more appropriate than a permanent ban. Now, here's the issue on that. While I do agree that if this was your first time doing something on the platform that was egregious, then maybe we can have some leniency here. They've done it with other Twitch streamers, but you know they've also knocked out some big Twitch streamers for less. So take that the way you want to take that. Now here's some arguments for DJ Akademiks ban, if it's gonna happen. Home 9 yards, whatever, allegedly. Inappropriate behavior. DJ Akademiks made inappropriate remarks toward a minor during a Twitch broadcast led to grooming accusations and allegations. Such behavior is unacceptable and warrants a ban to protect the platform's community. This also has holes in it too. Because like I said, people have been kept for less and been let go for less. I mean, YouTube is dealing with something right now, allegedly with Destiny. Getting into some wild stuff. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't have a problem listening to Destiny just rip people apart with his logic. Alba and Preach go up there. Well, Alba goes up there and they had a talk and all that stuff, but Alba has separated himself from him too. He's like, nah, I'm not, you're doing too much. So if your so-called friend, which I believe they had some acquaintance, like they're cool, at least on the YouTube streets. If he's saying that, that's it, then that's it. So I think the same thing can be said about him too. Which leads to number 2, repeated offenses. Like I said, this is the 6th time. This is not the first time DJ Akademiks has been banned from Twitch. His repeated violations of the platform guidelines suggest a pattern of behavior that needs to be addressed. What does that mean? He's an habitual line stepper. He just keeps stepping over the line again and again and again. He just keeps taking and taking. Why? Why are we condoning this behavior? We ain't got to. And the last thing is community safety, which let's just read it first. Let's see what's going on with it. Banning DJ Akademiks has maintained a safe and respectful environment for all users on Twitch. It sends a clear message that inappropriate behavior will not be tolerated. That one I can agree with, okay? I don't like the naming of it. We need some Elon Musk to come in here to sell that. Maybe a little baby water. Light it on down. But banning him will maintain a safe and respect. It's going to send a message. It doesn't matter how big you are, how small you are. There will be consequences to your actions. Which leads to the closing of the show tonight. Let me change this up. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Like I said, this is like the second time that I've covered for my people. And I love my people on this network here. We are a small platform, but we are mighty, and we're trying to get monetized. So please, please, please make sure that you like and subscribe. Share this with your friend. Clip it up. Whole 9 yards. But I want to leave you with this. I'm going to go ahead and change the music because this is where we are. We are right here. All right. Not that music. This one. All right. So at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we're understanding the true dynamics of the reason why I put both of these things together. And that is the court of public opinion. Now, I know you probably like, Jeremy, what are you talking about? The court of public opinion. The court of public opinion is the same thing that's saying that the DOGE initiative is a bad thing. The DOGE initiative is a good thing. DJ Akademiks should stay. He should leave. But it's all based on feelings. And what I need y'all to do in your day-to-day life, this is entertainment. Although the DOGE thing is serious. But this is entertainment at the end of the day. But I want you to take away from this is critical thinking. I want you to ask questions. Don't believe it because I said it. Believe it because I'm telling you. You did? Make sure that you're doing the research that you got to do. Make sure that you're verifying. Never trust straight up. Get some verification about it. The saddest thing in the world is to go about the world believing what everyone else says about something that you are too ignorant and lazy to do on your own. And if you take nothing else from this, understand. Like I always say at the end of every podcast that I'm on that I talk, it's always you versus you. It does not matter what anybody else is doing. It only matters what you're doing in your life to make your life better. So if you see it coming, prepare for it. If you know that you're doing what you got to do for your family, for your future, for the people that you love, and keep your head down and keep moving. Pay attention. We love y'all over here. We hope to see you again. It's been fun. It's been real. And the last thing that I just want to ask you guys real quick is which pill you gonna take, the blue or the red? I'm glad I was able to be Morpheus for you tonight and take you down this rabbit hole of adventure while we followed the white rabbit of truth while dodging the lies. It's your boy, JYG, and we were live. I hope you had a good time with me. I had a good time with you guys. Make sure to hit a like on the way out the door. And share it with a friend. We'll be seeing you. Y'all come back now.